Hey guys, Tammy Trayer, Mount Woman Journals here today in the kitchen again. Guys were out this morning and bagged us another turkey. So that was mountain cousin Jonathan that bagged us a turkey. So I thought I would take the time to show you how to prepare a wild turkey. Not everybody knows, and if it's cooked wrong, it ends up being tough, sometimes gamey, and then people don't give it another try. Wild turkey is amazing, and if cooked right, it melts in your mouth. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I have the turkey here. It's sitting in a pan in some salt water. You clean it off good and clean all the feathers off. I'm hoping to bag my turkey this week, and when I do that, I will show you how to butcher it. Very simple, very easy. Birds are very easy to clean and to butcher, so I will show you that. But I want to quickly show you how to get this bird in the oven because this is going to be our supper and I'm running out of time. So with that being said, I'm going to show you a couple things here. I have a roasting pan that you can just use on its own. I do happen to have some of these wonderful oven bags. Very easy to use. You actually just put the bird in the bag and put it in your roasting pan, and what it does is it holds in the moisture even more so than just your roaster, and holds the extra juices in, and it allows your bird, or even elk, deer, anything you put in here, to really hold the moisture and hold the juices, the natural juices. So what you do is you put that in the pan. Now, I need to get a little bit of flour to put in there. That helps to keep it from bursting. And I will put some flour in there, and then put the meats in. So I'm going to pause for a second, and I will be right back. I didn't gather the flour, so just a second. Okay, I'm back. Put a little bit of flour in this bag. And then I will add a little bit of liquid. You don't need a lot because the juices from the whatever you're cooking will create additional juices. Now, a couple tips. I have the gizzard and I have the heart. I'm going to stick those in there just as is. We don't waste anything. We use the feathers to make flies for fly fishing, and various other things. I believe the mountain man is going to be making another decoy using some of the wing feathers, so we utilize as much as we can. Now, I'm going to put the breast meat in, but I'm going to season it first. I'm going to put the breast meat in first because your leg meat is typically brown meat, and what it has a lot more fat in it than the breast meat. Breast meat doesn't have any fat on it. So the legs have a lot of fat, and when it's baking, those juices will go down into the breast meat, so it'll make it even more tender. I'm putting garlic on right now, just garlic powder, not garlic salt, or good grief, you'd be having heart attacks. We like garlic, so that's why we use it that way. I'm putting a little bit of table salt on there, sticking this in here. I'm simply seasoning things today because we are going to make a salad tomorrow with the remains, and I didn't want the leftovers. I didn't want it to be too sweet. What we often put in is either maple syrup or honey, some kind of natural sweetener that really seasons it nice. Molasses works nice too. So I'm getting the breast meats put in here, and I'm trying to flatten them out good so that they're not on top of one another, because your breast meat tends to be dry, even no matter how you cook it. And when you do it this way, it will lay in the juices and from the bottom cook, and then in the juices, and then it will also have the leg meat seasoning it from up above with the fats and the juices running down into it. So you essentially end up with very nice, very tender breasts from your turkey, roosters, chicken, whatever you bake like this. Now, you won't find better meat than wild game. I absolutely love wild game over anything else, especially store-bought meats that you don't know what's in it. And we live off of wild game. Our freezer is, by the grace of God, filled with elk and deer and turkey and our chickens, and Mountain Man has put in for the moose tag this year, so hopefully we'll be filling our freezer with moose too, which would be an incredible blessing. That's one big animal. So putting these in there. And one more piece here to put in, and then we will get that in the oven. Tonight's dinner consists of, and Jody, you should be here because I made buttered beans, and I am making a dandelion salad with hot bacon dressing, and I made Pepper's Alabama cat heads. Thanks, Pepper, for the recipe. They are fantastic, and it's basically a buttered biscuit, buttermilk biscuit. Very good, very tasty, good recipe. But, okay, I'm going to show you the meat here so that you can get an idea of how I laid it in here. But it's very easy to do. Just bear with me here because my hands are all messy. But here we go. Hopefully you can see this. There is the turkey all stacked in there nice. And what we do here then is just close this bag up. There's special ties that come with these bags. And I do like using these bags for the turkey. It just really helps hold that additional flavor in there and keep them from drying out. But, you know, you don't always have these bags available, and in case of an emergency where these things aren't available, roasting pan works just fine. Just make sure there's liquid in there. I do want to put a little bit of liquid in there before I close this. And then I'm going to go out and gather the dandelion out of the yard. Wild dandelion, if you weren't aware of it, is absolutely amazing for salads. It's very tasty. It's got a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, and very easy to forage. It's in your yard, and you probably consider it a weed. So go gather it and make a good salad out of it. Enjoy doing that as much as we can. Now, the other thing you want to do with these bags is poke a couple holes in the top and let some air out so the bag doesn't blow up. And something else to keep in mind, when you're cooking any kind of wild game, if you want it to taste good and be tender, you want to cook it long and on low heat. So I'm going to put this baby in the oven right now and let it cook for probably 5 hours, and then we will enjoy a very tasty meal. I also have some sourdough starter going on here, which I will do another video on later, and we will continue to provide videos as the summer goes on. Lots going on here, seeds to be planted, greenhouse to be built, so stay tuned, and we'll just continue to keep educating you guys on everything that we're doing out here, and keep your questions coming and ideas flowing if you have things you want to know about. So you guys take care, have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you on the next one. God bless.